Hey, post-production 43 here. I'm sorry if this video's audio is all over the place. It's been months since I've recorded the audio and the quality always changes for some reason. Um, I'll make sure to correct this next video, but I've already put way too much time in this video and I just want to get it out. I'll probably do it again somewhere down the line, but not now. Anyway, yeah, enjoy the video and leave a like. The year is 2012. The Man vs. Machine update was... Wait, what?
Dummy.
Oh, I did that already. Mannworks is a quicklime factory. The map contains 6 official missions, 1 normal mission, 2 intermediate missions, 2 advanced missions, and 1 expert mission. This map is particularly known for being quite the hurdle for newbies, as most bootcamp games on this map have an 80% chance of ending on a collective rage quit instead of a completion. Most of this is due to not being as forgiving as Cold Town or Decoy. This difficulty spike is mostly a result of the map being one of the shorter ones compared to the rest, as well as having a more varied robot composition, coupled with the large open space that encompasses almost half the map. And the fact that Mannworks seems to be the breeding grounds for steel gauntlets. More on that later, but for now let's inspect the map first so we can get our bearings. I was not going to do the whole map overview thing because it does take a long while to get through, but I've seen a lot of new players get somehow lost in this one, so I'll do it for their sake. Before I start though, here's some things I need to clear up. Whenever I say left or right in these videos, I'm referring to left or right looking from the hatch to the rest of the map. Also, you may have noticed that sometimes when voting on a mission difficulty, you'll see one of the options as Iron Man. This is not a community mission thing, as I once thought. Rather an actual official classification of missions. In invasion missions, the map plays normally. In Iron Man missions, or as the name of the mission and the wiki say, endurance missions, the bomb resets after a set timer to accommodate for longer waves, at the price of the mission having less waves. However, these tend to be some of the longest missions in the game in terms of completion time. The only mission that has this modifier in this map is mech mutilation. If you want me to cover that and the expert level mission in more detail, let me know in the comments below, as this video is already longer than it needs to be. The only advice I can give for those missions, for now, is to just not queue for them if you feel your skill is insufficient. Enough stalling though, let's get this class started. Let's start with the quicklime factory, aka spawn. The main factory is where the central hatch is located. You will spawn in a room with a window that overlooks the hatch. There will be 2 upgrade stations present in the spawn room, one to either side. The doors to the spawn room both lead directly to the hatch. The hatch itself is located on a flat cement platform that I suppose is meant to be some kind of a loading bay, as it's littered with crates, barrels, and other static props you can use for cover. The platform has 2 ramps that lead down to the left and right dirt paths. To the left is a flight of stairs that lead up to an elevated cement platform that overlooks the rest of spawn. The platform itself has a small health kit and a medium ammo pack. This platform also connects to the large wooden structure that we'll talk about in a bit. In the middle of the hatch platform is another flight of stairs, this time made out of wood. that connects the hatch platform with the wooden structure. And on the right is a cement ramp that leads up to a very empty elevated platform that would serve as the map's most useless place if it weren't decorated with a small health kit and a medium ammo pack, along with some barrels for cover. Continuing down the right side ramp and into a dirt path, to the immediate right is a patch of grass surrounded by the mountain rocks that holds a large health kit and a medium ammo box. The path itself leads up to a terrace overlooking most of the rest of the map, as well as a ramp leading down to said rest of the map. If we were to turn right from where we entered the dirt path and continue following it, we'll meet another ramp leading up to the hatch, and an empty cubbyhole that serves no purpose other than to provide cover if you're cornered that connects directly to the rest of the path. Next is what the wiki refers to as the dual structures. We'll just call them the storage shacks, as that seems to be their purpose. As we can infer from what I said earlier, these structures can be accessed by the staircases that lead up there that are connected to the hatch place. The buildings are both completely empty save for some minor decoration. The platform they're both built on, though, has some minor cover and a juicy combo of 2 medium health kits as well as 1 medium ammo box, perfect for retreating into. Under this shack is the dirt path. In other words, a tunnel that houses a cubbyhole with a medium health kit and a medium ammo pack. The right side shack's entrance is located to the immediate side of the consumables, and it features a couple of windows, which you can peek out of if you're playing sniper, and what appears to be a storage entry point that drops down to the dirt path. Note that you can jump up to the balcony on the top side of the right side shack, though it may require some jump upgrades if you plan on using it as a sniper. Even then, you're likely to get killed by rocket splash damage or chip damage from bullets. Also, you cannot place buildings there. I'm sorry, engineers.
Damn it!
Next up is the red structure. It's literally a red structure located at the front left side of the map. It can be accessed from the stairs leading down to it from the left shack, or up the cement stairs that connect it to the main dirt path, as well as a cement floor featuring some crates for cover. The shack is built on a cement base with railings, because Manco has always worried about your safety, and a makeshift extension of one of the building's walls to serve as cover. The shack itself houses a medium health kit and a medium ammo box. There's 3 entrances to this building, which will lead directly to the cement balcony, while the third one leads to a secluded dirt path with a medium ammo pack in its corner. This path leads down to the main dirt path. While we're in the middle of the map, let's address the center structure. This brown structure is located, well, at the center of the map. You can't miss it. You can access it either from the cement staircase from the left, or the wooden staircase to its right. Like all buildings in this map, it's built on a cement base, which extends to make 2 balconies on either side, overlooking the respective half of the robot spawn. Inside the structure itself is another set of 2 medium health kits and 1 medium ammo box. The structure also sports 2 windows you can shoot through. Directly behind this structure is what many call the pit. It's not a death pit though, it's just a regular pit. In fact, there are no death pits in this map at all if you haven't noticed it already. This pit separates the left path from the right path for half the map's length if we were to count the underside of the center structure as a part of it, which I am, as this tunnel only serves to connect the robot spawn with the pit. As for ways you can get out of the pit, since getting in is quite easy, there's wooden stairs that connect the pit to the left and right paths. To the side that connects to the left side path, we can see that there's another tunnel, this one being under the red structure, leading to a flight of stairs that connect to the front of the main path. And if you really can't risk going through the stairs, or you fear taking any other route may put you way out of position, you can climb this pile of rocks. And to the right of it all we have the right path. The right path does not have a special name as it hardly contains anything noteworthy, rather some small points of interest that most of the time won't come into play, as it's essentially just one big open area. From back to front we have the janitor's shed, which is this tiny shed that has quite possibly the second most useful medium ammo pack in the entire map, as well as it being a great place for cover if you're retreating. You can also climb onto the shed's roof, but you can't put any buildings on it. Again, sorry engineers. In the corner of the path we have a cement platform with some more cover, as well as a small elevation for a possible sniper spot. It also contains a medium health kit. Continuing onwards and past the pile of wood that acts like cover, we have a dirt ramp that leads up to a small hill that offers some more cover and a medium ammo box, as well as an exit ramp that leads to the robot spawn. And finally, the robot spawn. In front of the center structure is a small valley that serves as a place where the robots drop down to. This valley is much wider than Cold Town's main road, so the robots will be a lot more spread out than what you'd usually expect. The robots will drop from the left and right side of the valley, as well as from this tunnel in the middle. The tanks, however, will spawn in the ground, going through the wooden barriers. While the valley does offer cover in the form of 3 rock formations, I would advise staying in here while the robots drop down in massive waves. Now on to gameplay and tips. Right off the bat, a new mistake I see a lot is setting up in the wrong lane. Once again, unlike Cold Town, there is no main road that serves as a containment area where you can concentrate all of your damage in. The place where the robots drop in is so wide and obstructed that unless your team knows what they're doing or you're playing on the easy missions, you're gonna find yourselves in matches where your entire team is set up on one lane while the robots just waltz in through the other one. So please, read the holograms. They appear before every wave, and if your team is a bit too comfy on one lane while the arrows are pointing the other way, do let them know to move. Fortunately though, the map only offers 2 possible bomb paths, which double as tank paths. Also yes, there's 2 tank spawns, each with their designated path. If the tank spawns from the left, it'll head down the left path. If it spawns from the right, it'll go down the right path. When it comes to defending, sentry/body blocking has proven to be a great way to stall the beefier robots so they don't progress. And as the map offers a lot of corners where the robots will likely stay hogging the wall, it's quite easy to do so. So if you're playing heavy, you can take advantage of your tankiness to stop the robots dead in their tracks as you pump them full of lead. Though to be honest, this map in general is a great way to put your positioning to the test in any class. Continuing the unlike Cold Town thread, the robots in this map will chase you down regardless of where you are if you get their attention. They'll climb any stair or take any alternative route in the map to get to you, so no balcony is safe and they will absolutely camp your spawn if you let them. All of this applies even if you're cloaked as a spy. They won't shoot you, but they know you're there and will pathfind to you in order to bump into you and then have an excuse to unload everything onto you. And to top this shit show off, you may find some non-bomb carrier robots actively ignore the set bomb path, which means you'll have some small bots wandering off to places they shouldn't be in, with the only objective being to catch your teammates off guard when they all get flanked. Couple that with the annoying sniper sightlines and you'll see why most low tours will struggle with this map. To put it simply, the way this map plays will punish you heavily for not taking care of the small bots or having generally good awareness of your surroundings. This map is 90% corners anyway, so turn around every once in a while regardless of if the spy alarm rings out. Chances are you'll catch a lone flanker. To keep your team standing, you'll need lots of ammo, but unfortunately most of the ammo on this map is spread out on places very much out of the way, meaning that you need to abandon the front for more than you'd like to get restocked. So well-placed dispensers are a godsend for the situation. I'm telling you this so you keep in mind that if your friendly engineer is set up on or near the balconies on the center structure, chances are he's consistently coming back to the medium ammo box housed inside, as it's the only easily accessible one in this part of the map. So if you pick it up and there's no dispenser nearby, you'll be taken away from the team's ammo reserves at most, so be considerate and use a dispenser first. The same thing applies to the janitor's shed ammo box. If your friendly engineer is trying to build back up after retreating, you'll more than likely need the metal to place a dispenser near or right next to that ammo pack, so don't pick it up unless a dispenser is already present, or if the engineer is dead. As for the teleporter, the central structure houses probably the single best place to put a teleporter on, as it's mostly out of the way from the robot path. That, however, does not mean that the robots that do come inside for whatever reason will leave it alone. Other teleporter spots I've seen will be cycled in the background footage as I speak. Almost any place with minimal cover from the main path is fine. Just do not bother with a two-way upgrade, as the map is too short for you to waste your money on it. While we're talking about the map center, it's generally not a good idea to be in the pit, as it puts you on the low ground on a very wide open space with no cover from 3 of the 4 sides you can be shot from. Avoid being there unless you're taking cover from the left side. Do watch the pit if the spybot alarm rings out though. Most of the spies will spawn from the pit and move up from there, though not always. Spybots have a fairly finicky way of spawning, so my best advice is to hunt them down if you can, as they do linger for quite a while if they decided to spawn far away, and they can catch you by surprise in the worst possible time. Speaking of annoying robots, segue! This map is very new players' first interaction with the Steel Gauntlet Heavies and the Sydney Sleeper Snipers, so I'll go over these two for a moment. The Steel Gauntlet is similar to every other melee-only heavy bot. However, it can take an incredible amount of damage from ranged weapons due to its Fist of Steel and increased HP, that being 900, having an effective HP of 1260 thanks to this weapon. If they are carrying the bomb, try to take them down as soon as it's safe to do so, as even if they do seem like giants, they're not. They're a medium-sized robot, and they will upgrade once they hold on to the bomb for long enough, transforming it into an absolute tank worth 1575 HP. And it regenerates health on top of it. They do take increased damage from melee attacks, so if you can take a swing at them without being killed yourself, go for it. They can also be backstabbed for an instant kill, and they will get stunned by a sapper. Less notable than the Steel Gauntlets, we have the Sydney Snipers and Razorback Snipers. Any sniper bot that uses the Sydney Sleeper will cover you in piss upon being shot. Some of the sniper bots will come using the Razorback, making them unable to be stabbed. If the Sydney Sleeper Sniper does not wear a Razorback, that means he has slightly longer range than the regular sniper bots. Man, try saying Sydney Sleeper Snipers 3 times in a row. While we're talking about snipers, you'll find that the sniper bots in this map are almost 10 times as annoying and deadly than in other maps. So I'll do you guys a favor and highlight every spot the snipers can perch on, should your team get pushed back past the central structure. These spots are not 100% accurate, as sniper bots will aim for you as soon as they get a line of sight to you, even if it's in the middle of the battlefield before getting to their perch. But if you're getting shot from afar, chances are there's a sniper in one of these spots. And for some extra bits of knowledge, there's 3 spots in the map where your sentry can be sentry buster proof, which means that the sentry buster will self-destruct right after spawning because it can't find a proper path to the sentry it's targeting. The first 2 spots are at the very front, on top of the rock formations. Sentry jumping is mandatory for the left one, but you can climb the right side one with a bit of effort unupgraded. Though you might want to upgrade jump height to actually replenish your ammo in those spots. The third and infinitely more useful spot is on the rock formation on the pit, which is closer to the ground. That being said, most of these spots suffer from being in plain view and able to be shot down pretty easily. Just because they're sentry buster proof does not mean they're immune to being targeted by every other robot. Also, you can place your teleporter inside the spawn room in this specific area if you think having it outside is too dangerous. I'll be cycling through some plausible red sniper spots you can go to if you ever decide on playing sniper as I wrap this up. Mannworks is fairly complicated, but it's good practice for when it comes to the smaller kind of maps you'll see both officially and community made. Its aesthetics match its mostly somber aura of being a tough map for beginners and a headache for experienced players who got unlucky and queued into a lobby that's still learning. It's definitely a step up from Coal Town as difficulty is concerned due to this and the lack of death pits, meaning that Air Blast and Knockback aren't as viable as in other maps. Anyway, the next map I'll be talking about is Decoy, so subscribe if you want to be notified when that comes out. Class dismissed.